So today we're going to take a look at a 12-inch figure from Napoleon Dynamite by McFarlane Toys. This is when McFarlane Toys used to do fun stuff like movie licenses, animes, I think some games as well. Not like what they're doing now, just weird superhero shit. But yeah, this is a pretty old figure from a pretty old film. I think the film is about 20-ish years old. And when it was released, I didn't really understand the humor, honestly. It was like that weird dry pan humor. But now as an adult, I get it. And I got this guy for a pretty cheap price. So I said, why not? Let's review him just for funsies. Because he's basically complete, aside from the beat up box he's in. So yeah, it's a pretty fun box. I remember the time toy companies used to put effort in their box graphics and all that. So yeah, with that being said, let's see him out of the box. And here's Napoleon out of his box. After 20-ish years being sealed, he's finally free. And yeah, I think he pairs well with any 1/6 scale figure, any Hot Toys. Not much for posability, unfortunately, because, you know, it's one of those things where McFarlane only makes statues back then, not really posable stuff. So yeah, with that being said, let's take a closer look at him. And here's a closer look at Mr. Dynamite. And yeah, for what it is, for how old it is, it does hold up. It does have the likeness of the actor, of the character. Now, the one thing I'm worried about with this figure, honestly, is that McFarlane figures that was made back in the early 2000s, it used some weird type of plastic or mold. So over time, this stuff will get all sticky. Now, if you were asking me how to prevent that, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I think keep it out of sunlight and avoid touching it as much as you can, but all my other Spawn figures here, they suffer from this weird stickiness, and it's really hard to get off, especially when there's dust on them. So I'm scared this might happen with this guy. But seeing as he's been in the box and in this country for close to 20 years, he doesn't really show any effects of the environment, of the humidity, so I think he'll be okay. So along with this, he does come with a few accessories. The first accessory is this toy, muscle man thing, wrestler guy. I think this is the prop or the toy he used to throw out of the school bus and was dragging along the road. I think this is it. It's pretty cool though, in terms of sculpt and all that. So I think I'll keep this in my little shelf of randomness I have on top of my computer. Yeah, I like this thing. It's pretty cute. Does he stand? Oh no, he doesn't stand. Oh well. The next accessory he has is this corsage. I think, is this what you call it? A corsage? Do people still do corsages nowadays? Well, for you young people, during prom, the guy gives these flower bracelet things to the girl. Oh, there's a light. Okay, there we go. It's just a. So I think this is during the prom scene. Again, I haven't watched the movie for over, I guess, 18 years. But yeah, he comes with that. Along with this stuff, he does come with a stand. So it has his name, all that. And it is voice operated, not operated, well, it has some voice tracks in this thing. It is AAA. So you can see, yeah, 2005. That's how old this figure is. Where were you in 2005? So I'm gonna play a few of his tracks, so bear with me with the audio.
Come on, idiot. So you got my back and everything? friends by now, right? Took me like 3 hours to finish the shading on your upper lip. Sweet. This one gang kept wanting me to join because I'm pretty good with the bow staff. God, freaking idiot.
So yeah, remember when figures and toys had voice stuff on them? Yeah, those are fun days. So at least his base has some functionality. Although I'm not really keen on this blue. So yeah. And the last thing he comes with is this backdrop basically for him. It's basically the cover art of his movie. See his mythical creatures. I guess that's Pedro. Yeah, so that's basically it. So with that being said, let's try and assemble all this stuff and see who Napoleon looks like. And here he is, all set up. Wasn't really much to set up, honestly. It was just putting him on the base and putting the stuff on him. So yeah, this is the 12-inch scale Napoleon Dynamite from McFarlane Toys. And I have absolutely no idea where to put him. I got him because he was so damn cheap. That's why he's here. So, you know, one of those collector things where you can't really pass it up. So with that being said, let's take a closer look at this very awkward kid. And here's a closer look at Napoleon. Now, resemblance is so-so, but you know, early 2000s figures, what you expect? Especially the molding and paint, you can't really ask for much. You got what you got, basically. Also, with this big guy, I got the little guy as well, the 7-inch scale. It's basically the same pose, same figure, just miniaturized. And he does come with this weird mint roll thing, which you can easily lose. And he is voice activated as well.
Took me like 3 hours to finish the shading on your upper lip. Sweet. So me and you are pretty much friends by now, right? Took me like 3 hours to finish the shading on your upper lip.
So yeah. Now, along with this guy, he also comes with Pedro, because you can't have Napoleon without his best friend. But unfortunately, Pedro kind of looks 40 years older than he is. He comes with the piñata of that girl he was running against for presidency. I forgot her name. And he's also has some voice lines.
If you vote for me, all of your wildest dreams will come true.
So you got my back and everything?
If you vote for me, all of your wildest dreams will come true.
So yeah, Pedro only has 2 lines, oddly enough. Which makes me realize if he had any lines at all in the movie. So yeah, let's take a look at those moon boots. And that weird action figure. Yep, so I have no idea why I'm reviewing this guy, but I'm just really bored today, so I said why not. So with that being said, let's try and find a place for these classics. And this is basically where I'll stick Napoleon in my, well, on top of all these cabinets, which is starting to look way fucking messy. I need to figure out how to organize all this. But that concludes my little dumb review over this 20-year-old figure, 19-year-old figure. I don't know how old this thing is, but it's pretty fucking old. So with that being said, thanks for watching. And as always, go get 'em.